Hiya, kids and cadets. Welcome back to Tommy Time. Follow up on Saturday's machine, this Craftsman. It was kind of a home run, I think. I paid 30 bucks for it, and what we had found was an issue with the plastic fuel filter. Harvey had put a new filter on it, but it aged out and it broke here. It might have leaked all the gas out of the tank. The tank was empty when I got it. So I got rid of that mess and put another piece of line on it, another section of hose. Kind of washed it off. It's got a Honda GCV. I oiled up the recoil, so I just got to put this thing back together and deal with the blade next. So I had washed it off to Lawrence Carroll specifications, and I think it'll shine once I goop it up with some ATF. So I just cut another piece of fuel line and threw it on. Used the original hose clamps. They seem to fit better. So that's where we are. This thing's drying off. Oh, these two disasters. We got to look at these. In communication with the wife, the husband dropped him off. So you remember these? I think this was a flood. I haven't even checked that one out, but this had milkshake oil. This front right wheel was locked up. I couldn't get that to budge. Missing hardware for the backing plate here. So what else? It had an empty tank because the hose fuel line was off. So we got this thing to start. It smoked like the dickens. I did about 6 oil changes to try to get the water out of the crankcase. So I did it more than the 3 times I thought would do it. Finally, it started to come out without any signs of moisture. So I got it at the top hole, so I think I'm good there. So I calculated a price after I took off this front wheel. This whole thing was rusted. The wheel was rusted. The gear was rusted. This side here moved. So let me just pop the hubcap and you can see. So I used a little bit of 50/50 ATF and acetone in my dropper to try to break that thing free. So that was a big pain in my bottom. So I thought 70 bucks, 60 to put the carb back together and 10 to break this loose. So I messaged Iris and said I'm at 70 bucks just on the Craftsman, and she said no problem. So I told him I'd do the edger next. But anyway, you really can't see much unless I take the wheel off. So this thing basically was rusted up. The gear was rusted to the whole deal. And you could see rust on the inside of the plastic where it was dripping down. So that makes me think this thing was submerged. Really crusty. It took me a heck of a lot of patience and drops of my mixture to get this thing to break loose. So that's where we are. Maybe we should start this thing, see if it starts. I haven't started it a few days. I was waiting for confirmation on the edger to see if they wanted me to proceed. I didn't want to do a bunch of work and say, oh, we don't got any money. So this is just a pull and go automatic choke, and I got a used Briggs and Stratton filter on there. So let's go. I kind of ran it around my yard with the front wheel drive working, just to see if it would stay running. Okay, one pull ante, so I'm kind of happy on this one. So I had shown you these two. We had looked at these, and these were going to be awesome machines. We've got a Toro here, 2022, very new model number 21321. And then a baby 20 over there. So these haven't been cleaned. I figured I'd have an easy day and just clean these two up. So I use this oven cleaner from Dollar Tree. When I use the contents, I just buy this awesome orange all-purpose degreaser and just fill up my squirt bottle. Use this bulk awesome orange. So I'm just gonna squirt these down and hose them off. So kind of pleased with what's come in recently. They haven't been disasters, so I'm kind of building up my inventory for the season, which is awesome. Kind of was taking a break for my birthday and Christmas, and had my brother John in town. He and his friend Donna have departed, so it was an awesome visit, and I'll continue to mess with these turds. If I could get 30 ahead, that would be awesome. Because fixing really slows down during season, because I'm dealing with making appointments, waiting for people to show up, etc., etc. May need to go over this one here because it's got some thick grease there. One shot Annie might not do it. Okay, let's start hosing. Been an awesome weekend. Okay, this is coming off pretty good. It's a little thick there, so I might use some dish soap on that big puddle of grease. Cooling off snaky. This is the only time Snaky gets a bath, is when I'm cleaning up mowers. Okay, I'm going to take some dish soap, pour it right there, and scrub a dub. Just the cheap stuff from Dollar Tree. It's not as good as Dawn. They water it down, but it's soapy enough to do what I want. Then I buy a 6-pack of these scrubby pads. They're all different colors. The red ones clean the best. No. Just messing with you. They're all the same. Okay, we'll finish hosing this one off, push it to the side, and bring in the baby 20 into the mix. I think that's a good start. Something like that. Okay, we'll let snaky air dry. Oops, sorry, Dino. We'll deal with you next. Okay, let me start blasting. This one had a lot of paint peel on the engine case. Okay, this side needs some attention, so we'll use some dish soap here on the front left. So the wheels have to be adjusted yet, and the blade sharpened or replaced. I think this one here just need to be sharpened on this baby 20. Mailman's going by. Okay, this is probably good for an initial cleanup. Okay. Hose it off. Looking pretty. Two fine looking red beauties will be ready to go shortly. Appreciate you guys coming out. This was just a quick update. Any comments, concerns, complaints, Tommy, period time at Yahoo. I want you to have a good rest of your day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.